How is the JavaScript while loop linked to computation theory? Imagine a machine that keeps doing the same thing over and over until a certain condition stops it. That's exactly what a JavaScript while loop does in programming. It repeats a block of code as long as a condition remains true. But this simple idea connects deeply with how computers and algorithms are understood in theory. In computation theory, the core idea is about how machines process information step by step. The while loop models this process by executing repeatedly based on a condition, just like how a theoretical machine, called a Turing machine, works. A Turing machine reads symbols, writes new ones, and moves along a tape, repeating these actions until it reaches a stopping point. This is very similar to how a while loop continues running until its condition becomes false. In fact, the concept of iteration, which is what loops do, is fundamental in understanding how algorithms work. When you write a while loop in JavaScript, you are creating a small, practical version of the abstract process that all computers follow. The loop keeps executing as long as the condition is true, which mirrors how a Turing machine or any computational model processes data step by step. This connection shows that loops are not just programming tools, but also representations of how algorithms perform repetitive tasks in theory. Another link to computation theory is the idea of halting. The condition in a while loop determines if the loop will stop or run forever. This relates to the famous halting problem, which asks whether a computer program will eventually stop or keep running forever. In theory, it's impossible to always predict if a program will halt, and this is a key concept in computation. When you write a while loop, you need to make sure the condition will eventually become false, or your program might get stuck in an infinite loop, something that ties directly to the theoretical limits of what computers can do. Understanding how the while loop connects to these ideas helps programmers see the bigger picture. It's not just about repeating code. It's about how algorithms and machines process information, decide when to stop, and handle complex problems. When analyzing the efficiency of a loop, you are also exploring how algorithms grow and perform, which is a core part of computation theory. The number of times a loop runs depends on the input data, and this influences how long an algorithm takes to finish, which is measured using tools like Big O notation. So, in simple words, the JavaScript while loop is a practical example of the fundamental ideas behind how computers think and work. It models the process of iteration, decision-making, and halting that are at the heart of computation theory. Mastering loops isn't just about writing better code. It's about understanding how all algorithms and machines operate at a basic level.